today's society, there are occurrences unnoticed by parents and children. This occurrence is called bullying. Before I proceed, I must clarify what bullying is. Bullying is an aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived imbalance of power. So how many of you guys have been bullied?
No one
Similar to us, there are millions of children who are suffering from bullying. As we all know, as we all know, bullying occurs throughout America. In fact, it occurs throughout the world. For some people, bullying can be an experience that makes them want to forget. But for me, it is an experience that I would never forget. I didn't speak their language, didn't know their culture, and didn't even know what kind of food did. When I came to America about 4 years ago and first stepped on this land, I felt overwhelmed. Whenever I had encountered someone or whenever they had asked me a question, the only thing I did was to smile back for their response. Although I didn't know anything about America, I vividly remember how I was treated on my first day of school. Friends were talking about me and then came over to me and then teased me because of the way I had dressed. Rather than receiving a feeling of depression, I assumed that that was the way how Americans welcome their foreigners. However, as it became repetitive, I had to drop tears several times and realized that I was a victim of bullying. For example, I had to be excluded from any activity that I wanted to participate, and even if I did, I had to be verbally and physically abused. I sought for help, but it wasn't that effective. My mom constantly visits school office to protest, but their acts of bullying did not stop. I started to think that school was not a safe place to go to. I was so depressed that I reached at a point where I thought that suicide was my ultimate solution to my problem. Since then, I started to listen to music. It helped me relax and escape my daily troubles. Escape my daily troubles. Music was always on my side and helped me think positively. To me, it was a form of therapy. Countless lives of victims have been taken because of bullying, and these deaths bring the permanent trauma of their friends and family. Jamie Rodemere, a 14-year-old boy, commits a suicide after being taunted at school for being gay. He writes of his frustrations and cries out for help in his blog posting, but no one responded, and his friends started to bully him online. Jamie is stupid, gay, fat, and ugly. He must die. Another read, I wouldn't care if you died. No one would, so just do it. It would make everyone way happier. This boy could have been safe if one person out of a billion people in this world stood by him and told him some kind of encouragement. Isn't it shocking that a person's words can either save or take away someone's life? But as I said, all hope is not lost. In recent years, anti-bullying has swept the nation. Organizations have been created to speak out against bullying. Public figures have also intervened and called the end of bullying. Courtney Campbell, whose son is a victim of bullying, decides to reach her dream of getting musicians to do public service announcements for radio play condemning bullying. So she makes this website called Musicians Opposed to Bullying. This way, kids look up to rock stars, not their parents or teachers. Musicians, bands, and artists offer their music to radio station websites across our nation, as well as post them on YouTube for all to see. It is inspired to encourage many other unfortunate souls who have been bullied and beaten into depression. Here, as a result of their effort, this website saves hundreds of people every year, and here are people who have been saved by this music. First, Zamani Kathlo, who had attempted to commit suicide because of bullying, said the lyrics in that song touched something in the core of my soul. They came at the right time I needed to hear them. I started looking within and seeking that light within me. She realizes that this music is what has provided her confidence, his confidence, and is a turning point of his life. Next, Cheryl Melody, who got back on track because of threshold moments in the music, said, "This music was my lifesaver and gave me a sense of self-esteem, purpose, social skills, dreams, passion, purpose, and life." She insists that this music is always on her side and encourages her to stand by herself. Music saves lives every day. It brings hopes to everyone in its own special way. Whether the person is feeling down or recovering from a major treatment, music will always be there. If the person sings, moves to, creates, or just listens to music, they will be helped in some way, shape, or form. Not only voices across from the nation, have started to speak out about bullying, but also community organizers and corporate leaders have launched campaigns to addressing bullying as a serious issue. Their partnership shows responsibilities to addressing bullying rest with each and every one of us. Together, we have the power to save their lives. We cannot see any more students committing suicides because of bullying. We should attempt to expand the music industry to the maximum limit where everyone becomes free. Bullying, which should have been eradicated a long time ago, it is now the time that we take actions against it. Thank you.